And some of these Instacart batches is nothing but a dirty game being played because Instacart doesn't always care about the offers that come to the table. Now, some of you guys might be a brand new Instacart shopper and wanting to be guided on which batches you should or shouldn't take. So in this case, based on a request from one of my viewers, I decided to make this video. So what's going to happen now is I have my phone in hand, and here on this side of the screen, you're going to be seeing the batches that I'm going to be talking about. And this is just a guide to help you in the direction of maybe which batches you should or shouldn't take. And don't forget, the batches I might take, you might not, or vice versa. And take a look into the comments because there's going to be other people that are going to have suggestions based on these batches that you might see. So without further ado, let's get started. So this is a batch that came in, and some of these screenshots were sent to me from some of you lovelies. This is a batch for $23.90. The distance it's going is 13.9 kilometers, so it's 14 kilometers. Now, what's being asked here? One shop and deliver for 6 items, 7 units. So your total payout because of the tip is $23.90. So what we can see here is Instacart is offering $15.41 for the batch, and the customer is tipping $8.49. Now, is this a batch I would take? Yeah, absolutely. Here's how I look at things. If a batch has items between 3 to 5 items, I'm at least looking for a $2 or $3 tip. I think that's fair. It's not overly done, but it does depend on the size of the items. In this case, it's 6 items, 7 units. So what do they mean by 7 units? They mean one of these items, the customer wants 2 of them. Now, additionally, this customer paid $8.49 tip. I think that's above and beyond the tip. Maybe they're doing that because of the distance it has to be traveled, but $23 for 13 kilometers even, it's not that far. I would be able to go in and get all these items within 10 minutes, most likely, because look at it, it mostly looks like produce and chicken, and then drive the 13 kilometers. So I just secured myself $23 in most likely less than an hour. Now, this next batch that has come in, we got a batch here, $19.40, Costco batch. Love Costco orders. In this offer, it's going for 12 kilometers. They are giving a $5 tip, and look what they're asking for, 10 items, 10 units. Now, would I go ahead and take this batch? Yes, I would. Why? Because with the distance and the amount of time that it's going to take me to get 10 items for 12 kilometers, it's worth $19. A batch like this can probably easily be completed within 30 minutes to 45 minutes. Now, this one was shared on my community tab very recently. This one was sent in from one of you lovelies. It's a $41.67 for 5.3 kilometers, so very short distance. Out of the whole thing, Instacart is giving $21.22, which includes heavy pay, and the customer is tipping $20.45. But here is the thing. It has heavy pay added because sometimes you got to keep a lookout. On my Instacart app, it doesn't show single-use bottles. So this is a Costco order, and how do I know? If I zoom in really fine here, that bottle actually says Kirkland. Now, Costco does not sell Kirkland water bottles individually. They come in a case, and the case is either 32 or 35 bottles of water. Now, let's retaliate this. $41 for 100 cases of water. Would I do that? No. But if it was for 100 individual bottles of water, absolutely I would. I'll take the heat for that. Now, if it was Kirkland, let's say 1 or 2 liter bottles of water, which I don't actually know if those exist, I've never seen them. Would I do it? Not for 2 liters, maybe just for 1 liter bottle. But this one is kind of the miscellaneous batch. I know so many people that would say, yes, they would do it because it's quick and easy, but if it's 100 cases of water, I don't think most of our cars even supply for 100 cases of water. And this one actually came up in my area, and it was also posted on my community tab. So we got $26.08. This is for a Walmart batch. Now, sometimes you will see a surprising batch coming in from Instacart that makes it worthwhile even with no tip. $26.08, 11 kilometers, so it's really not that far. For a heavy pay added, a boost included, but there's no tip. Now here's my problem. The customer, in this case, it's not a single customer. It's 2 shop and deliver. So you got 10 items and 24 units. So for 10 items, even for 24 units, it's not that bad. Would I take this offer? Here's why I wouldn't. And because as I can see based on the map, the first drop off is over to the right side. The second drop off is over to the left side where you see the house near the water. I would not want to have my finishing conclusion over on that side, knowing my market, but I'm also not going to feel as superior going to two people's houses and knowing both of them did not tip. Now, there's also something that has been listed in the comments below before, and I think this is a great add-on to mention. Sometimes these no-tip customers, they're the ones that are going to complain the most. They're going to message you the most. They're going to say, refund, 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 and it's going to affect your payouts. And if it affects your payouts, that's affecting your wallet, but these guys tend to sometimes also impact your survey. So you gotta be cautious before you start taking non-tip orders, even though the payout $26 to get 10 items, 24 units, and drive 11 kilometers can easily be done in an hour. I would be very hesitant. For me, this is a no-go, and that's because I know what the drop-off location is, but for some people, would some take it even with no tip? Yes, they would. Why? Because they're there for the money. They're not just there because of no tips. So if Instacart's gonna pick up the slack, some people don't mind that. Here's another one, and this one is an instant no-go for me. $54, 90 kilometers. Enough said right there. I don't care about the fact that it's just 9 items or 10 units, or it's a Costco batch with boost included. To go ahead and travel over 90 kilometers for $54, it's not worth it. Now, to get me to push myself, to get my tires moving to do an offer like this, I'd be looking for at least $120. That's not even worth the trip back because it's $120 compared to $90. The best option that you can get is if you can get $1 for a kilometer there and $1 for a kilometer back, but Instacart's never gonna pay that out. And the customer is only paying $10 tip. Now, a lot of these customers don't actually know where their nearest store is, or they don't know, for example, that there's no Instacart shoppers in their location. So Instacart pushes far orders like this. So this happens very often. $10 tips is still a good tip for 10 items, but for the distance, that just hurts. Now we got another one, and this one was also featured on my community post. $17.78, 11 kilometers, but look at the amount of items, guys. 42 different items, 87 different units, and no tip. If you see something like this, decline it instantly. And by declining, you just don't touch it. With Instacart, you have to click the accept button, but you can always click the back arrow button to get out of any offer that you're looking at. And I would not accept an offer like this. First of all, Instacart's trying to insult us shoppers here on the South Shore of Montreal by making us go across the bridge for a non-tip order, but it's just too many items. It's too many items, and if we have too many customers that think that something like that is okay, then if that's the case scenario, it's just not going to work out. We're going to get bullied a little bit more than what we want. Now, here's another one. These are some items, or some offers I should say, that happen with Instacart because we are express drivers. Michael orders. They happen here a lot in Montreal. What happens is the customer will put through an order through Michael's website, and they will get an express driver to drop off the order. Instacart just pitches an offer, that's it, that's all, but there's no tip involved. $19.48 for 45 kilometers. I think everybody knows what I'm going to say about that offer. Now, I'm just going through some offers here because they're screenshotted on my phone to find out some other offers. So here's another one, a crazy, crazy offer, $12.85 for 7.2 kilometers, so that's okay. But look at this, 4 items, but 108 units of that item from Costco. Are you gonna pick up 108 items out of all 4 of these units and get no tip? Nope, I would not do a batch like that. Now let's see what else. Here's one, $12, 3.7 kilometers, 34 items, 42 units. Would you travel this? No, I would not. You're not gonna get me for $12, 34 items. On a tendency, I find between 20 to 30 items, and that can take at least 30 minutes, depending on refunds or not refunds. So for 34 items, I'm gonna get 12 bucks, and then I also have to drop it off at your place, and not to mention the amount of units. I don't think so. You're looking over an hour to probably get that completed, and if it's gonna take you an hour to get that completed, you need an hour's worth of pay. And then, of course, we have batches like this. So this is a batch definitely worthwhile to take, and it don't matter if you have more than one customer. $56.58. 34 kilometers. I know it sounds far, but heavy pay has been added by Instacart, and it's only 12 items. So there's 2 drop-offs to do. Yes, you're going to the farther location first, but you're not exactly there because you need $68 to get there, but you're almost $2 for the amount of kilometers that you're going, because you're 34, but you're still 34 to come back, and you're $56. I would say that's totally worth it, because to get the 12 items, let's call it 15-20 minutes, and then the rest, it's all driving. Now, if you're lucky, you can get all that driving done within an hour, and then in an hour and 20 minutes, you just made yourself $56. So I do look at the fact that even if I have to travel far, I'm traveling far at what price point? So these are the type of offers you are going to be seeing on Instacart. Keep in mind, sometimes you're also going to get 3 shop and delivers. So a look at a 3-way shop and deliver is something like you're currently seeing right now. $24.12, 9.8 kilometers, $2 tip, no thank you. 31 units for 3 customers. Now, $24, that's enough for 1 hour, but for 3 shop and delivers and 31 items, that's gonna take well over an hour, maybe 2 hours. My time isn't worth $12 an hour, and that's sometimes what you'll get with 3 shop and delivers. So I hope this helps out when it comes to you choosing some Instacart batches, and I'll catch you lovelies in the next video.